Hello, this is George Hayes, and this is Introduction to C, tutorial number 6. Today we're going to be starting off with some of the code that we had left off on C005. You can either download it from the website, grhmedia.com, or you can upload, use your own code that you've had from before as where you started off if you had been following along tutorial number 5. It shouldn't be a great deal number of changes to get to where we are right now. And with that said, what we're going to be doing today is adding some changes to the get line so that we can sit there and prevent it from writing over into memory, and memory write over issues are bad because primarily it can actually allow you to end up writing over code or other data that you've got in the system. So we're going to start with some changes, and I'm going to go ahead and explain those on the way. We're going to add an int into your get line declaration so that we can go ahead and send the size of the array along with it. And go down here to the actual function and sit there and add int limit in here, and we're going to add a new conditional statement added to the previous one, and it's n is less than limit, and this will prevent it from reading more characters in than the size of limit, because n increments with each one. And then we're going to go back up to function call here, and we'll be adding in the size of the array, and we're going to use actually the size of function to do that. And you can call it while you're up here because the actual array is here. We can't call it down here because size of will not work on the buffer. It'll just return the size of the pointer value down here. So we unfortunately can't just use size of inside the function that you're wanting. You have to use it where the character array is actually declared and pass that value down to the function you want. And in this case it's here. We also have another issue as far as with the printf statement. It sees a string and it looks for the /0 to determine its ending. Alright, and to prevent it from trying to read off into memory that's again not allocated to the character array, we need to sit there and provide that /0 for it to sit there and find. So what we're going to do is add some new statements down here. Another if statement, and it says if n is less than limit, we're going to make the buffer n spot equal to the /0. Alright, because if it's not the size of the limit, then or less than limit, it's going to sit there and have a position that's going to be open because it should have filled in as far as on the last position it incremented before actually taking a new character on. And so we go from that down to if it's not less than limit, it's going to be equal to limit because of the conditional statement up here. And so we're going to do an else statement, which works along with the if statement. If the condition of the if statement isn't made, then it goes on to the else, and you could actually have else ifs and stuff to that effect. So right now we're just going to use the else because there's only two possibilities that can be created, and we're going to set buffer as limit -1 equals the /0, and don't forget our semicolons. The reason we're using the -1, in case you don't remember, is that your character array up here, yes, is 20 long, but the first byte is 0 and ends at 19. So you'd have B0 and then B through 19, and that equals 20 bytes, and you have to fill in the 20th byte with this. You can't actually use buffer /20 to be, because that one's not allocated. That'd be the 21st byte. And we're going to go ahead and compile and run, and I'll show you two different things. So it works with the short one. And if we rerun it and put in something longer like programming can be fun, it cuts off the fun part of it and just prints the portion that's within the 20 bytes and doesn't run off into memory, and that's a good thing. Anyway, I'm gonna end this tutorial at this point here, and see you in tutorial number 7. Thank you very much.